You know when girls be like, "We are all the good men."
We're in your DMs having a one-way conversation with your story. Please respond.
So I just ended the healthiest relationship I have ever had because I knew that there was something better for me.
And this is why I say, if she don't think you're the best, the relationship won't work. If she doesn't think you're better than her, the relationship won't work. They're not gonna just sit around and be appreciative for the things you did. Listen, what you did yesterday doesn't matter. It's about the here and now. If you ain't improving every single day, that's a problem. Cause ain't no girl gonna sit around and be laid up with you if she thinks she can do better, player. This is how the game is. You just gotta accept it.
So, would you get into a relationship with a woman that was over the age of 35 that wanted kids and knowing this is a possibility?
No.
What about you? No. Oh, say the mic.
No.
Okay. Tell me why. China, I feel like you got thoughts.
Because geriatric pregnancy starts, when does it start? Age, is it 30, 29, 30? You start to lose the egg.
I think geriatric starts at 35, but you've lost most of your eggs by 30.
So you lose most of your eggs by 30. Geriatric pregnancy starts at 35. I would like to have 3 to 5 kids. I don't have any kids so far, so I come from a big family. So I would obviously need to be a woman that could
bear it, innit?
Yeah. And you know what it is? Like, I'm just real, man. Like I have to put this out there because there seems to be something that men don't understand as you get older, because I'm in my 30s and that. Like, things just get so much better. So it's like my girls in the 20s and that, and I get women all the times in the 20s that have no problems that would move to me. So there's something where, so what tends to happen is a lot of women in their 30s, because they spent their 20s chasing after Chad and Tyrone and getting run through, getting high body counts, getting trauma, getting kids and what have you not. So by the time they get to their 30s and then they wake up and they, like the girl said before, she was having a panic attack or whatever, they start looking at the guys that they didn't look at. But the thing is now, like, these types of guys were not actually looking at you. And then if you're out in a club store when you're in the 30s, there's a new set of women that are out now from their 20s, right? And the guys you didn't look at when you was chasing after Chad and Tyrone, and now the guys that you're chasing after, but they have an access to all types of women. So a lot of the times you will get women that get in their feelings to start saying stuff about, oh, men in their 30s trying to date younger women, or it's because they want to control them and do all this. No, the reason they're saying that is because it's competition now, and they're out in the exact same place, and they're going after the same group of men. And so they want to make it fair, but life isn't fair. When we was younger and I was 18 and 20s and that, and they were dating all the older mans and they were popping bottles and jumping in the cars, like we had to take the pain. It wasn't nice. They had the sparklers. The uncles were doing their thing. But no, it's cool. It was a Western. They had the sparklers and that. They were jumping in the whips. You know, we was watching what was going on.
Sparklers?
You know the bottles. Wow. Yeah, you know the bottles.
We went to very different high schools.
Yeah. No, like one was out. So we've seen all of that. So now we're the uncles and we're living a life. And some people are not happy. But the difference is a lot of the younger women, they have seen what you women haven't seen in these men that you've missed, and now you're directly in competition with them. So what I always put out to people is you need to use your prime time from 18 to 28. You've had 10 years literally outside. Like, you've had good guys. You've had guys in your DMs, guys stacking shelves, guys studying, guys that you've aired, but you've chosen to go after the top 20% of guys that have access to multiple women, guys that can have one baby with one woman and then actually get you to have babies with them again. So my thing is this, you know, things get so good and we don't take baby mums around here.
Bro, listen, yeah. Let me say something, yeah, because I come in really late, yeah. Listen. Let me say one thing, yeah. I do not have sympathy for you chicks, yeah. When you get old, you hit the wall, and then you start complaining, oh, where has all the good men gone? Bruv, you had the good men, they're in your friend zone, in your best years, bro. Yeah, when you're chasing Chad and Tyrone, like my boy said, Chad and Tyrone, yeah, you're smashing guys like China and King Richards, bruv, it's your fault, bro, yeah, and then, like, at the end of the day, bruv, it's on you, bro, you're adult, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? You chasing bad boys and drug dealers and rappers and YouTubers and all of these kind of people, bruv, at the end of the day, you only got yourself to blame, fam. Do you get what I'm saying?
Are you both single then?
What?
Are you both single?
Not even though, fam.
Just a question.
No, I'm active. I'm active. I'll say I'm active.
All right.
Yeah.
No, what was your question again?
Are you single?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to be right now.
Oh, okay, interesting. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, boom, like, and then you get old, and then boom, like, your options have dried up, and you've dried up as well. That's it, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? And don't blame no one in it. Don't cry in it, because when you was winning, you didn't care about nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? You didn't care about the guys in your friend zone. You didn't care about the guys that want to treat you right, and nothing, bro. Because every man here has had a situation where you liked a girl and you was willing to give that girl the world and everything, and it wasn't even a hypersexual situation. You wanted to go on picnics, hold hands, skip, and all of that, bruv. Yeah,
And she cheated on them with you,
bruv. Not even.
I'm just crying like Ray J.
He changed the whole dynamic. But listen, at the end of the day, you hurt feelings, innit? So when the world comes and bites you back, bruv, you had your chance, innit? That's all I'm saying, innit?
Did someone hurt you? I feel like this is personal.
Someone hurt me.
Classic shaming
I'm
tactic.
good. Hey, listen, I'm good.
It was a little personal. I thought there was a bit of a emotion.
Yeah, it got techie. But like, it's real, innit? No, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Trust me.
That's always
you can
like the
tell.
number one. That's always the number one comment when a man is speaking facts is who hurt you.
I hear what you're...
One of the articles I read recently on Time.com stated that males are more likely to be single than women. This is not an encouraging development. That which began as a little underground movement appears to have grown so large that mainstream media is taking note. And those who are perceiving it are understanding what's happening and feeling fearful, as they should in the face of any significant shift. Nonetheless, these numbers provide illuminating information. Males aren't simply leaving. There are men already present who wish they could compete with women, but feel they can't in light of today's incredibly high expectations held by women. Ironically, these men contribute to the increase in these numbers, since women in the present era tend to avoid males like these. They keep hanging around hoping that some high-quality man would approach them, despite the fact that these men have zero interest in normal women. But why should they? They didn't work hard all their lives for some random girl at a bar to think she wants to date because she thinks he drives a Ferrari. This is unmistakable proof that males are abandoning the rigged game. Stand-up comedians aren't the only ones leaving the industry. Guys are leaving in droves. For us males to be happy, I have seen and experienced firsthand, we must exclude women from our life. All it takes is one phone call or one accusation. The fact is that males will wait for a better successor, which is coming soon. Women need not bother males if they choose to spend time alone, content with who they are. Guys have had enough. Men can't be dads or men. One false accusation may destroy them. Women can do what they choose so long as they keep their smiles on. But the game goes well beyond accusations. All that matters now is getting our sanity and sense of reality back in this crazy world. Norms, rights, and relationships no longer matter. So I want you to picture the typical 20-something woman's approach to dating and her daily life. Social media has fried her brain since TikTok and Instagram only show her the most appealing videos and photos. Now, for the first time, she may view the world's most handsome males. Since women tend to be extremely faithful to one man, it is how she will evaluate your attractiveness. The males in her vicinity abruptly lose interest in her. Not much should be made of how she seems to others in mirrors. She drinks for free at the bar, turns off the advances of the other men there, and waits for Chad to show up and ask her out. Then she had a tantrum on Twitter, demanding to know where all the males are. How come I never seem to attract a man like that? The question is, what about the dating scene overall? There are countless opportunities for males to fall prey to the game's various pitfalls, including intimacy exploitation, emotional manipulation, and financial drain. I'm going to make a list of pitfalls. Typical sales trap. You think you need to improve your looks in order to market yourself. However, the effects are minimal, and the time required to implement them is too long. More so that don't radically alter your character, but they will always hold you up to the guys who lucked out at birth genetically. She doesn't give a hoot about how many times you go to the gym or how unusual your hand is. Make an effort to improve your appearance by cultivating features that are generally seen as attractive, or stop trying altogether. Compatibility trap. Having faith that a person is suitable for a long-term relationship if they are enjoyable to spend time with and get along well with one another. The reality, however, is that this is rarely the case. It's safe to say that nobody in today's environment is prepared to commit to a long-term partnership. If you approach her for a committed relationship, she will ditch you for someone who can give her those tingles instead. Rescue trap. Women with a history of sexual promiscuity and several sexual partners strive to pass as virtuous girls in order to bride wealthy Peter and enjoy their lives. These ladies have been on the dating scene for a while and know how to take advantage of guys who are inexperienced in attracting and maintaining romantic relationships. She may help him out here and there, but she has no interest in dating him. He'll begin to feel responsible for her safety and may even propose marriage. Then, while she's having the time of her life, she'll wreck his life by entangling him in child support and divorce rules. Furthermore, what options does a man have? It is impossible for him to convert an Iconi to Western law. Every man has a friend who has been wrecked in this way and vowed never to date again afterward. Simply put, they care about keeping their minds and bodies healthy. Entitlement trap. After a few conversations and dates with the girl, she begins to act as like she is entitled to your time and attention. As long as you're dating, she'll be expecting you to pay for everything and provide for her every need. She considers herself entitled to a lot of sexual favors. Therefore, she won't be intimate with you until she can get something in return. It's not unlike the practice of women selling their bodies in the past, except that the value they place on themselves nowadays is absurd, and men continue to wag their tails and follow her in the hopes that she would be kind and throw them a bone sometime in the future. But common sense dictates that you leave now. Lots of guys acted in such manner, with all the pitfalls, potential legal trouble, and ongoing expenditures. Logic would tell any guy that dating is a waste of time, life, and everything else for the sake of fleeting gratification. That or waste years in a jail or a hotel while some lady drains your bank account. There was this guy I knew in high school who was a complete slacker. As the conclusion of his undergraduate career drew near, he put in a lot of effort to better himself and also started an online agency. He had a very successful income stream. It's no secret that financial success may bring about profound personal transformation for men. The result is an increase in self-assurance. Similarly, he had been underweight and decided to bulk up. The person was driven by the fact that he vowed to himself he would never return to his old ways. Women are drawn to him now, but he knows how the other half lives. To top it all off, he has a good head for logic. Now, one day he's in the club when two women approach him. "I don't want to take you to. I don't date ladies anymore. Nothing serious and no obligations, and I'm not buying you 2 drinks," he tells them frankly. On that particular day, I witnessed firsthand the devastating effects of rejection on women. Women simply began going over the deep end, telling him he was a fool and a loser for giving up so easily. Like seeing spoiled toddlers, it was a display of superiority complexes and a sense of entitlement. He stopped talking to them, and they assumed the worst, assuming he was God. It's all about making a fuss and putting the responsibility on the male, since surely no woman could ever reject a man. That's the thing that women don't get about men who are developing themselves and living with a sense of mission. Regardless of how good-looking you are, we have decided that we no longer wish to have any further contact with you. No matter how you feel about it, we didn't want you, and we didn't need you, never felt the need to. We never intended any harm, and we certainly didn't want for the best for you. At this point, you should channel all your anguish into something you can never again hope to touch. We've locked ourselves off emotionally and verbally. It's okay if you keep assuring people. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. However, the world has progressed to the point where the truth about the dating market is visible to even young boys at school. This is a path that many men have taken before, without success. So, farewell and good luck. That's all for today's episode on Circle of Kings. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to create more content for you. See you next time. Cheers.